So today marks 10 years since police shot and killed Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, a shooting that led to outrage and weeks of protest and unrest. This started when Michael Brown and a friend were walking in the middle of the street when an officer told them to use the sidewalk. There was some words exchanged, and then the white officer confronted Brown, who was 18 and black. There was a scuffle, and the officer shot and killed Brown, who was unarmed. After the killing, the governor declared a state of emergency and the National Guard was called in. The officer who killed Brown, Darren Wilson, was never charged. He did resign from the Ferguson Police Department after this, along with the police chief, Tom Jackson. Well, tonight, CBS News is carrying a primetime special looking at the police shooting of Michael Brown, the protest, and the aftermath. It's called 13 Days in Ferguson. And joining us now are two of the people you'll see on tonight's special. Welcome to our show, Cedric the Entertainer and Captain Ron Johnson. We appreciate you both for being here on the show with us.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you. So, Cedric, usually we're talking to you about a fun project or sitcom. You're going to be on this time much more serious. You are a St. Louis area native. Can you share how you became part of this project?
You know, this project really stemmed from my business partner, Eric Rohn, and I. Captain Ron has been a friend of ours for many years, going back decades. And when he became the leader of this civil unrest after the Ferguson shooting, it was something that we were all, very concerned about him and, thinking he was the right man for the job, but just concerned about his well-being when there was so much energy against the police. And so we ended up writing a book, 13 Days, and that led to us wanting to tell the story 10 years later to be able to just get people to understand what his leadership and what it was like to deal with that civil unrest for a period of time in Ferguson.
And Captain Johnson, you were assigned, we saw some pictures of you to help diffuse some of the unrest and protest after that shooting. What stands out to you most from that time that we will see depicted in this special tonight?
You know, I think it highlighted the divide that we have not only in Ferguson, but in our country with police and community. And so as a leader, it was walking that middle of the road, but being tugged on both sides asking you to choose. And so there really isn't a choice here. I think leadership is about bringing everyone together and showing that middle ground where we may not always agree, but we have to respect each other. And so that is what it became for me, and being in a community that I grew up in and having compassion and love for that community, the people of that community. And
Captain Johnson, just to follow up here, there's a clip of the special that I saw that shows the moment where you march with the protesters. How does it feel even just looking back on that, and why did you feel you needed to do that?
Because I am you, and that's something that I always say, that I am a part of this community. I am you, and I must walk with you. If I say that I understand your struggle and I understand what you're trying to achieve, then I need to walk with you. I need to hear that. I need to feel that. I need to touch that and all those emotions. And so I think it helped me as a leader to better understand and really bring myself back to center.
And Cedric, all these years later, it's the family of the victims that we talked to. It's Michael Brown's father who is still dealing with this after losing his son. Can you just talk about some of the conversation that we'll hear with his father in this special?
Yeah, this was what was unique about this was the first time that Captain Ron and Michael Brown Sr. had an opportunity to speak afterwards. And I think one of the really, relevant things here is you understand that it's hard, and he kind of expresses to see the uniform and not be able to see that he's another black man in front of him. That uniform and the divide that happens when these kind of incidents happen, they separate us further. But as they've grown, he understands that Ron showed great empathy and great leadership, and you'll see them explain how they feel like they can work together to get a stronger message across to people.
Well, Cedric the Entertainer, Captain Ron Johnson, thank you both so much for taking time to share a little bit with us of what we'll see tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
So 13 Days in Ferguson airs tonight at 9 on CBS. You can also stream it on Paramount Plus